coach who works with women who struggle with alcohol. And this is part 3 of the Drink Less Success video series. And again, I'm so happy that you found your way here and that you've made it to video number 3. So just to recap the first 2 videos, the first one was all about intention, getting clear on your vision for yourself, getting clear on your why, getting clear on what it feels to step into that new version of yourself, and then identifying your goals around how you're going to get there. And I really hope that you didn't just listen to the video, but that you actually took some time to write down the exercises and to maybe revisit them as well. This is an ongoing process of exploration. But again, the key is to really follow through for yourself and get clear on your intentions. The second video talked about positive mindset and how to really foster a positive mindset, and to do that through a daily practice of the Thrive Threesome, which again are gratitudes, desires, and brags. Now the third video, this one, talks about accountability. It's all about accountability. Why is this important when it comes to your drink less success? Well, you can have the best intentions in the world, and you could start doing your positive mindset training and really working on that. What I've come to see is that without accountability, people often sell themselves short. It's often the missing link. When I speak to women who first sign up for my coaching programs, what they often say is, I know what I want, and I'm pretty sure I know how I want to get there, but I just keep dropping the ball, or I keep repeating the same patterns, or I keep setting my intentions and then not following through. And while positive mindset is a really big part of that, the next step is often accountability. Often when we have a goal or a desire and it only lives inside of ourselves, it becomes easy to ignore it in the moment or fall back onto learned habits or ways that we're familiar with being and interacting with people. So accountability really helps take this from something that is very private and inside yourself, and it brings it out into the world. Now that might sound like a little bit of a scary proposition, and I get that. So I'm not suggesting that you need to announce this to the world, your intentions on Facebook, or that you need to write a blog about it, or that you need to be as public about your struggles as I have been. Again, as with all of this, you will find the approach that works for yourself. But the key is to understand what kind of accountability works best for you, and then to take action on it. So we're going to talk about a few strategies that will help, both in terms of internal accountability and external accountability. Internal accountability can be taking the step to, say, program things into your phone that will set as reminders to help you through the evening. So let's say you've set a 2-drink limit for yourself. If you program reminders into your phone that will remind you at certain times through the night of your intentions, you're more likely to remember them. Another accountability strategy that I love, I learned from Gretchen Rubin, who's an expert on happiness and creating healthy habits. She talks about wearing an amulet or a bracelet or a piece of jewelry that reminds you of your intentions. Now again, it's important to get really clear on this and to identify beforehand the specific intention behind wearing this ring or bracelet or whatever it is. But the idea is that throughout the evening, it'll help remind you of your intentions for yourself. I actually have a tattoo right here on my wrist, and I put this tattoo here specifically with the intention of reminding myself to chill. It's not necessarily a drinking related tattoo around my drinking intentions, but it was intended to really remind me on a daily basis, many times a day, that that I need to breathe, that I need to not push myself so hard. And it was particularly meaningful for me at the time of my life when I got this tattoo. So that's a little bit of an extreme example, but you see what I mean around something that's very personal for me, that I know the meaning behind it, and it's helping me remind me of my intentions that I have for myself. The other part of accountability is externalizing accountability, and a lot of of us, those of us that struggle with alcohol, especially in social drinking situations, are people who often respond best to external accountability. I haven't researched this extensively, although I have noticed that there's often a correlation with the women that I work with, and myself included, around the fact that we often have a hard time sticking to our own intentions if we don't involve someone else or other people. Might be a really interesting topic for me to explore a little bit more in depth in the future. But for now, what does that mean? Well, it means that, again, we might set intentions for ourselves and have the best intentions in the world, and we're practicing our journaling, our Thrive Threesome, we're writing everything down. But when it comes to the moment where we're tested to try out a new way of being, a new habit, to drink a different amount of drinks or not drink at all, then we let ourselves down, we fall short, we fall back onto old habits. This whole thing has been living inside of us, and because we haven't taken that next step around accountability, it's often why we keep repeating the same patterns. And that's why a lot of people come to me or find their way to my website, is because they're looking for that external accountability. External accountability doesn't have to be hiring a coach. That's definitely one way that you can do it. I've worked with coaches myself that have really helped me meet my personal goals, my wellness goals, and my business goals. And obviously that's what I do as a coach with other people. But external accountability can be enlisting one of your best friends, or maybe a family member, or maybe it's connecting through a Facebook group and finding someone online who's going through a similar transition or has similar goals and that you feel that you can connect with. It might also be something where you can write to each other and sort of be pen pals. I call it Sip Sisters, and so you set your Sip Sister intentions and then you help each other follow through. And the most important thing here is to be non-judgmental, both with yourself and with the other person, so that you create a safe space and a space that's full of respect and understanding, so that you can support each other through your ups and your downs and your challenges. Now, if you don't have anybody in your life that you feel could be this person for you, there's other ways of externalizing accountability. I know that a fear is often, what are my friends going to think? Or I don't know anybody in my life who's trying to make changes to their drinking the same way that I am. And it might be that those people haven't revealed themselves to you yet, and that's okay. There's other ways to go about getting accountability. There's a lot of cleanses and detoxes and fitness programs and even certain fitness or wellness plans and diets that eliminate alcohol for a certain period of time. So another way that you can go about getting accountability, at least in the short term, is to ask a friend if they want to do a cleanse with you. And it can be a simple cleanse. You can say, I want to try cutting back on sugar, processed food, and alcohol. Boom. And you try that for a certain amount of time. Or I just want to try cutting back on alcohol for a little bit. Who's with me for the month? Something lighthearted, creating a fun challenge around it, making a little Facebook group around it. And this doesn't mean that you have to necessarily go deep into your own personal journey around your relationship to alcohol. It can be something a little bit more surface. The goal, though, again, is to step outside of yourself and help create an environment of support and of accountability. Now, I don't always advocate not telling the truth, but I really feel that coming up with a particular challenge or a cleanse or something like that is a really great baby step. If you're not ready to talk to everybody in your life about the changes that you're going through or what you want for yourself, or you feel that everybody's not necessarily aligned, it's a nice way to test the waters and to see who of your friends might be interested. And it's a way to talk about part of what you want for yourself without necessarily going really deep as you try to figure out what your new relationship to alcohol is going to be. So accountability is the third step in your Drink Less success. And I would love if now at the end of the video, if you take a moment to write down how you're going to be accountable. Are you going to do internal accountability? Are you going to do external accountability, or a combination of the two? So that's it for the Drink Less Success video series. Just to recap, the first was all about intention. The second is all about mindset and positivity training for your mind. And the third is all about accountability. And again, the important thing is to follow through. So it's not just about watching these videos, it's about doing the activities at the end of the video and actually following through and showing up for yourself. I'd love to hear what you thought about this video series. I'd love to hear what your experiences are with it. If it worked, if it didn't work, if there's something else you'd like to see from me. So feel free to email me. I love hearing from you. Get in touch, or if you want to go a little bit deeper into the themes that I've talked about in these videos, set up a session, a strategy session for us to talk, and they're free complimentary sessions, and we can go a little bit deeper into what exactly your intentions are for yourself and what you need to do in order to get there. All of that information is on my website and in the links below this video. So again, thank you so much. I'm so happy that you showed up. I really am so happy that you're here. It means that you're signaling to yourself that you're ready for a significant change in your life, and I'm really excited for all that's going to bring for you. So until we connect again, thank you so much.